Hello Divi Nation and welcome. In today's video, I'm going to show you step by step how to download and install our free blog post template for Divi's dog breeder layout pack. This is the final result we're aiming to achieve. So without wasting a lot of time, let's dive in and let's get started. All right, so when we first install Divi on your website and you create some posts, this is what it's going to look like. So as you can see here, it's not styled and you really need to go in and make this even look better than what it looks right now. So in this tutorial, we're going to be going through how to add your blog post template for dog breeders. Okay, so here's the link to the layout pack. So I'll leave this in the video description below. Go ahead, download it. And in fact, let me show you how to download it. So what you want to do is to come over here on Get It For Free Today, add your email address, click on download, download the files. And you can see here, this is where it is. So I'm going to come over here, show in Finder, because I need to unzip this file. So I'm going to double click on it. So you can see it here, dog breeders blog post template. Okay, so what we're trying to do here is to just make our template look much better than what we have over here. Okay, so I'm just going to leave this open so we can see it before and after. So to install this, all you have to do is to log into your website, scroll all the way down here to Divi, and then click on Theme Builder. Next, you want to click on Portability, and then click import. So now what we need to do is to import that file or that template that we've just downloaded. And here it is. And make sure you see this .json file. A lot of people try to install the template without unzipping it. So it's very important that you unzip it and you can see this .json file. Okay. So I'm going to drag and drop it here. There's also another way to do it. If you just click anywhere here, it gives you the pop-up which shows all your folders. So you can just navigate to the folder where it's downloaded and add it that way. So I'm just going to click now on Import Theme Builder Template. And now you can see here, it's targeting our posts. And if I check here, you can see it says all posts. Okay, excellent. So now I'm just going to hit save. And I want you to notice what happens when I come over here to this page and refresh it. Wow, look at that. So now we have a totally updated layout. And when I scroll down here, you can see this is a totally different design. So what I would like to do next is to go in and show you how you can go in and customize this layout. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that. So to customize this, all you have to do is to come back to your theme builder, click on this pencil icon, and this is the file that we need to customize in order for us to change the look and feel of this. All right, so first things first, we can see here we have this gradient and this shape. So in order for you to customize that, you need to come over here to your section settings. And this is where we can start off with our background. And as you can see, we have our gradient here. So if you wanted to change these colors, you can add your own colors. As you can see here, it is quite easy to go in and update. So let's say that's the gradient you want to go with. You can even go in and add some transparency like that. And just by doing that, I've managed to change my gradient. But I'm not going to go ahead and continue with that. Okay, so that is how you can go in and adjust your gradients. Okay, so the next step now is to take a look here at this featured image. So we can come over here. Now, there's a few things we can do. First of all, this is a featured image. So whatever featured image you have on your blog post, this is what's going to show here because this is dynamic. Okay. Now, if you want to customize the look and feel to that, you can come over here to design. So let's say the borders are a bit too much for you. You can just reduce them by just dragging this. And you can see in real time, this is being updated. Okay. So if you're happy with that, you can just hit save. Now, next, we also have this text here. It's quite playful, as you can see. If I click on this gear icon, it takes me now into my text settings. So we can just highlight, click on this paintbrush icon, and it's now going to take us to our heading font. So this one here is called Rock and Roll 1. But if you have a specific one you have in mind, you can always change it here. And as you can see, it has been updated. And you can also change the colors. So you can go with whatever color you want. So I'm just going to leave pretty much things the way they are because these are the colors that work well with this theme. Okay, so moving on, we also have this section here. So I'm going to go into my section settings. Now, what I would like to go in and take a look at here is the dividers. Okay, so I'm going to come over here to the design tab, click on dividers, and you can see here we have this shape. So this is the shape we have here. That's our divider style. Now we have several to choose from, and here we go. So we have this one right here. You can see in real time it's updating. So you can choose whichever one you want to go with for your design. So this may not work, but as you can see, there's a lot that you can choose from to stylize your dividers. All right, so I'm going to close out of that. Next, we also have these blurbs. So if I click on one of them, this one here is responsible for the post published date. So you can see 23rd of August, 2021, and this is also dynamic. So let's say you post it tomorrow, the 24th, that's the date that's going to show over here. So it's all dynamic. Now, we also have this icon, which we can also change. So I'm going to click here on this pencil icon, and you can see here, we can adjust the circle like that. And we can also change the icon color. So you can see here, I've just changed the icon color. Fantastic. Now we also have this text which we can go in and customize. If I click here on this pencil icon or paintbrush icon, it's going to take me to the font. So this is the title font. We can change this to say Work Sans, and you can see that it's been updated. And you can also increase the size if you need to, and all that good stuff. All right, so I'm going to close out of here. Let's move on to the next part, and that is our row settings. So here in the row settings, the most important thing is to take a look here at the rounded corners, because that's pretty much all that there is. So I am going to now go to my border, and you can see it's 30 pixels. So you can bring this down a little bit if you wanted to, if that's a bit too much for you, and pretty much that's it. Now I can also see that we have this color here in the background. We may need to come back to our section settings here, go to the background, and this is the color. So notice what happens when I change it. It is updating, and that is how we can add our color here. So if we take a quick look here, you can see that this is this color that we have right here. Okay, so I'm going to close out of here because I don't really want to change this color. Now we have our post content. So let's go in and take a look at this. I'm going to go into my settings. Now let's start here with the headings. So if you wanted to have specific headings for your template, this is where you can click on this paintbrush icon. And again, we have our heading here at Rock and Roll 1. You can change this to Work Sans or whatever font you want, change the colors and so on. Okay, next, we also have the paragraph text. Again, if you change it here, it will be updated on your blog post. Now let's move on. And now we have this author part of the site. So first of all, let's go in and let me show you how this was created and how you can customize it. So I'm going to click on section settings, and I'm going to go to my background. So this is the color that we have here. So you can see as I'm clicking here, this is updating. Okay, now I can see we also have some style going on here, and we can find this on the dividers. So we have a top divider, and we can change the settings here. So we have a height here, you can see. Okay, and we can also make some changes to the bottom one, which is that one. Okay, so that is where you can go in and change the top and bottom dividers. Now we have this text module. Now all text modules are customized the same way. So this one here, if we click on it, we can see it's heading 2. So now we can come to design, heading text, make sure you're on heading 2, and you can change the color of this to whatever color you want. And if you're happy with that, or if you want to change the font, you can always change it here. And, you know, once you're happy with that, just save. And this is also dynamic. So let's go in and take a look at that. So the first part here is the post author. So this will be automatically generated because this is dynamic text. We also have the author bio. And again, this is automatically dynamically produced, which is fantastic. Right. So let's move on. And here we have related posts. So in my case, I only have one post, so ideally you would have more posts showing here, but I only have one. And then further down here, we have this email opt-in. Now, this email opt-in is very important because if you don't set it right, it will not work. So all you need to do is to go into the module settings, and these are your email opt-in settings. So over here, you want to go to your email account. Now, you have to have an email service provider, which will store all your emails in a database. So there's several that we can choose from. If I click on this drop down, there is ActiveCampaign, Aweber, ConvertKit, and so on. So if you have one, just select it and make sure you have an email list. So when you connect this, this will now fetch your lists, and all you need to do is to make sure this matches. So what we're trying to do here is to make sure that this email opt-in is connected with your service provider. So once you connect that, all you have to do now is to select your success action. So you can add a message here. So as soon as your subscribers hit subscribe, they can see a message here. You can, type whatever message you want, or you can create a page first, which they see after they hit subscribe. So once you've created that page, if you come over here, you could say redirect to custom URL. So this is where they'll be redirected to that specific page. Okay, so that's all that there is to the email opt-in settings. Now, if you want to customize the look and feel of this, you can always go in and change the button here. And let's say you want to change the background color. We can change it over here just like that. If you want it slightly darker, this is where you can change that. Okay. All right. So I'm going to come out of that. We also have our comments section here as well, and it also has a background. Now, I've pretty much shown you how to go in and change the backgrounds. Pretty much the process is the same. You can just come over here to your background and then go into the background settings. Okay. So once you start changing the background here, now in this case, we have a gradient. So you can add your first color like that, and you can see straight away my color here has been updated. So you can choose whatever color you want for this part right here. Okay, once you're happy with that, you can just hit save and you are good to go. So this is the template that pretty much will be used on every single blog post on your website. All right, so pretty much that is how you can go in and customize it to suit your style or the rest of your website. Okay, so go ahead, try it out on your website and see how it works for you. So there you have it. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and do follow us on our social media platforms. By doing so, you'll be notified every time we release new tutorials. Until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.